guys, Cabin Elizabeth here, your go-to for weddings advice and content. And today I am going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is I am going to be reacting to actor and producer Sophia Bush's wedding as seen on Vogue Weddings. So let's go ahead and jump into some beautiful wedding content today. So today's video is a little bit different. I am going to be showing you guys straight from the article on Vogue Weddings, Sophia Bush's wedding, which is so beautiful. These are some incredible wedding photos taken from a photographer team, Norman and Blake. So definitely go check them out if you are interested in seeing more of their work. They do really beautiful work. But I wanted to share with you guys this video today because I thought it was going to be really cool to just dive right in from the perspective of a wedding photographer and bridal boutique owner, showing you guys the wedding of a celebrity, which I think is a really beautiful, approachable luxury wedding that's done really tastefully. So let's go ahead and dive right into this really cool wedding that has a lot of meaning and history and personality behind it. So this is the wedding of actor and producer Sophia Bush, who a lot of you guys probably know from One Tree Hill, and the real estate investor Grant Hughes. They met about a decade ago, and then they got engaged a year ago in Lake Como, which is a destination that I am desperately wanting to get to because it is so beautiful. And one thing that I really like about this wedding is that they selected the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, because there is a lot of progressive justice work happening there, and that is something that is really important to this bride. So she chose to have her wedding there because it has a lot of meaning for that reason. They really involved a lot of cultural activities and meaning behind their wedding. So for them, it wasn't just about the looks and the beauty of the wedding, it was about a lot of meaning behind it. So I'll show you guys a lot of details there. So let's just scroll behind a lot of this text. You guys can go read this article, and all of the vendors are credited on this article as well, so you guys can go read about those. On the Thursday and Friday before the wedding, they introduced guests to the history of Tulsa over drinks, and they had tours of the city, which I thought were really cool to do, because I'm always telling you guys that it's really nice to have multi-day events where you have cultural immersions in the wedding city. That's something I've mentioned in a lot of my videos, and this is a really unique spin on it that has some important meaning. So visually, I just want to dive into Friday's events. Let's scroll past these images. You guys can go see them on your own, but I want to really dive into Friday's events because I think that they really did a really cool thing for their decor and her outfit on Friday for their kind of rehearsal dinner. But I think that they really had a really cool thing going on for Thursday with their tour of the city. It was really neat to involve guests in this. This is just a killer outfit. Some of you guys might not like it, but I think that this is so cool. So for Friday's dinner, it took place at a Frank Lloyd Wright house, which is just key there. The dress code was elevated cowboy, and wow, is her dress so stunning. She wrapped it with a belt, which I think really brings in her waist beautifully and is so nice. She had a hat, he had a hat. His suit is just so cool. I love colored suits for grooms. I think that they're really cool. Just something fresh to depart from the typical navy, which is technically a color, but is very dark, so it's kind of close to black, but I think it is just really beautiful. The back was kind of this open back with this little cape detailing. So stunning. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. Look how it flows in the wind. It's just really beautiful. So brides, I hope you take inspiration from this for your rehearsal dinner looks. This is just one that really knocks it out of the park. Now, in terms of their decor, they had a lot of Japanese influences, which they were inspired by this house. So you can see this kind of taken through their florals and their ceramics that they used. Now, these florals were done by Bows and Arrows Florals, who I actually met on a vacation in England. So she does a really beautiful job. She does a lot of destination florals. Absolutely stunning work. I think these florals are really well done. The colors of them, the tones of them, they're kind of muted, but still really colorful, very approachable, very soft, and I think they fit really well with the house. So really stunning. The guest attire for the elevated cowboy, really cool. Everybody had their cowboy hats. I just absolutely love this. I think this was really amazing. Okay, let's talk about the wedding. So for the wedding, it took place at the Philbrook Museum of Art. It was a stunning venue. You'll see a picture of the venue in just a minute, but the stamps for this, they actually referenced California and Oklahoma. So Oklahoma for the wedding, California for their home. I think it's really nice to include references to your personality or your history and your decor. I've talked about this a lot. So for me, I think it's really nice if you don't just do things that are pretty pretty, but you do things that include meaning in your wedding. So if you have something that has deeper meaning for you, it's going to really hold onto your wedding for years to come, and it's going to have deeper context for you, and it's going to make your wedding have a lot of meaning. So that, to me, the fact that she had these stamps in there were really beautiful and had a lot of meaning for her. And so just look at them on this invitation suite. I think they're so pretty. Again, the color, I'm loving color. I've told you guys in my trends video that color, we're going to be seeing a lot more of it for 2022 and 2023. So absolutely stunning here. Welcome bags. Her welcome bags, so these are expensive. Welcome bags in general can tend to be pretty expensive, and hers are definitely super expensive. She stuffed them with a lot of really, really high-end gifts. I mean, La Mer is in there, but these are absolutely stunning. I would be so stoked to get something like this. But welcome bags are something that you could definitely do for just your bridesmaids or all of your guests in general, but something that I'm seeing more and more of because it's something that's really nice to gift your guest, but it's not something that you have to do. It's not something that's expected. This is not something that's in your budget, or you do not have the time to do this. Okay, so let's talk about this flag. This green flag was something that is not always at this museum. It was reinstalled at the couple's request for the wedding and is a symbol for community and leadership. And below it was a giant floral installation, which is just so stunning. It's very lush and luxe. And there was a sign below the flag that talks about its meaning. And this is something that when the couple's guests walk into the museum, they see this immediately. And it is just so breathtaking and really has a lot of meaning to the museum. And it was really special for the couple to have here. So this was kind of a key focal point. So around your wedding, if you want to have key focal points, whether they have deeper meaning or not, is something that's really beautiful to do. And you'll see later they did use this as a portrait location opportunity, and I'm going to talk about more of these later. So here's a picture of the venue. Absolutely stunning. Lots of portrait opportunities here. So that's something I talk about too whenever you guys are choosing your venue. Think about your portrait locations. If there's only like one good backdrop, maybe pick a venue that has more backdrops if portraits are important to you. Now moving on to their ceremony site, I absolutely think this is so stunning. It's simple, but it's really, really stunning and beautiful. And for their flowers, they chose lots of peonies and roses. This is really lush. Like, this is not an over-the-top celebrity wedding by any means. It's luxury, but it's very approachable and it's relaxed and refined. So I think that this is really well done. I absolutely love it. The chairs are wooden. They're very organic, and the flowers themselves, there's color here, but it's very soft and it's very neutral in a way. I think that it's so, so stunning. And here's an up close of the flowers. Again, lots of peonies and roses. This is really beautiful and really well done. I'm so in love with their flowers. Flower girl dresses. I think that their dresses are so cute and so stunning. I love this picture captured by Norman and Blake. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just a cute moment of the flower girls. Okay, so let's talk about this dress. Sophia wore a custom Monique Lillier dress for her wedding. I have talked about in one of my recent videos for wedding dress trends, seeing more color and then seeing a little bit of print dresses too. And she did this for her wedding. And Monique Lillier makes dresses like this, but Sophia's dress was actually custom. She had Monique do a custom print with Oklahoma tea roses, California poppies, and Italian olives to honor her family's heritage. So again, in this wedding, she is infusing her heritage, her personality, her history into her wedding to make it have a lot of meaning. So they have really made this wedding very special, and I absolutely love that. I think that is incredible, and she looks so stunning in this dress. I mean, it is just killer. It's one of a kind. No other bride will ever have this dress, and of course that is very, very hard to get. Not every bride can have a custom dress, but for her it is absolutely breathtaking. So the couple did have a first look. That's not what's pictured here. They had it at a different site, but they did take portraits under this green flag, which I think is really beautiful. Again, having a gorgeous portrait opportunity. They made use of the flowers that were here, really stunning, and his tux was green. It's hard to tell in this picture, but it is green. Again, color infused into their wedding. I love it. He did something different. Super, super beautiful, and I just absolutely love these portraits of them. Really well done. So let's talk about their wedding party. I think it's really cool. They both had a mixed gender wedding parties, and for the women in the wedding parties, they didn't match. They had mixed match dresses, which is something I've talked about multiple times on my channel. I love this look. It really allows the women to choose their own dresses, choose something that's beautiful for them, and it had the color palette and mixed in with their wedding. So I think that this is something that's gorgeous. One of the women in Sophia's bridal party had a suit, which I think is really cool. If you have somebody in your wedding party, if you're a bride and they feel more comfortable in a suit, let them wear a suit. It can look really cool. I just think that this is amazing. I love their mixed gender wedding parties. Very, very chic. I very, very much love this. So one thing that they did, they had flower girls walking down with their mothers to honor motherhood. Really cool idea. I haven't seen this before except for when there is like a really tiny, basically a baby flower girl. So I've never actually seen this with more grown flower girls. Really cute idea. Something really nice to think about if you were actually having flower girls in your wedding. And then for the couple themselves, they actually walk down the aisle together, which is something I have seen from time to time. But if you want to walk down the aisle together instead of walking down with your parents or something like that, you can do that. Do whatever you want to do. You do you. And this couple really did themselves for this wedding. I think it's really cool. I love this drone shot here by Max Coutron, videographer for this wedding. Really, really amazing and impactful. So gorgeous. I just love it. And then let's talk about her custom veil. I love veils. Some brides think that veils are old-fashioned, but veils can be really chic and beautiful. And this veil is just one of a kind. It is a stunner. The flowers on this are so absolutely breathtaking. I'm obsessed with this veil, and wow, I would probably frame this somehow and put it in my house on the wall, fold it up neatly, put it in a frame. This is a like masterpiece veil. This is so absolutely stunning. Just pictures of their ceremony, really, really beautiful. I absolutely love it. More portraits. The portraits are beautiful here. Cocktail hour was really, really pretty too. Outside cocktail hour, really nice to be outside. Guests looking absolutely amazing in their colorful outfits. Again, the color explosion at this wedding is amazing. Really cute picture of them with the flower girls. So beautiful. I absolutely loved it here. Her hair and makeup was incredible. Let's talk about this flower focal point. If your budget allows for it, consider floralizing focal points throughout your wedding. It can guide guests from location to location to kind of tell them which way to go throughout the wedding. But more importantly, you can take portraits at these floralized locations. It gives just a little bit more drama to that setting, just something beautiful to have as a backdrop for your portraits. And again, just a standalone picture. This picture here is really beautiful. Gives your photographer more pictures to take, something to put in your albums. Really beautiful. I know this costs money, so this isn't accessible for everybody, but it is really pretty to have if your budget allows for it. Just something really nice. This reception is just everything. It's very organic, very relaxed. Again, this is luxury, but I find this to be a really approachable luxury. Again, it's not an over-the-top, dripping with gold and diamonds celebrity wedding that you might think of for a stereotypical celebrity wedding. The colors inside are really beautiful, just really warm tones. These bentwood chairs are really amazing. The linens are perfectly steamed. The chairs are perfectly aligned. The flatware is neat and tidy. This is a really good example of a photographer and planner team working seamlessly together to make sure that the pictures looked perfect. You want to make sure that the photographer you're choosing and the planner you're choosing don't ignore things like this. I have seen pictures of details where the silverware is crooked and the chairs are out of line and the linens aren't steamed properly. I talked about steaming in one of my recent videos. Go watch it. So your detail photos, they're important if these are important to you. So the photographer and planner team definitely worked together to make sure that these all looked really perfect, and I love that. So inside the reception, she did not bustle her dress for her first dance, which is interesting. That can be a choice that you make, but it is definitely, depending on what kind of dance you're doing, safer to bustle your dress. But she didn't bustle it, so she had her train down. And then she definitely ended up doing some really beautiful outfit changes. I've talked about this before. If you want to change your outfit, you can definitely change your outfit. She changed into this beautiful custom dress. So stunning, straight across neckline. Absolutely love it. She looked super chic in it, really fun to do. And then I believe she did change again. This cake, oh my gosh, floralized to high heavens. Really, really stunning. I love it. I don't think I've ever seen a cake with this many flowers on it, but they just went flower crazy and I'm obsessed with it. So here's her last outfit change. She looked basically like a little disco ball, and I think it's so cute. I feel like I could never pull off this dress, but she looks so amazing in it, and this was just kind of to top off the night, and absolutely stunning. Again, I'm obsessed with these dance photos. And then this is it. This is the wedding. I really love this wedding. I think that the meaning they put behind it with all of her activism work is really cool. The wedding was beautiful, of course, but everything that she poured into it with all of her heritage, their history, their personalities was just so stunning. I think that that's really what made this wedding what it was. And again, this wasn't what you might think of when you think of a celebrity wedding being over the top. I think it was really approachable, even though it was kind of a luxury wedding. And I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. If you liked it, what your favorite parts of it were. I think for me, it was the flowers and her dress. Those were my favorite things, but tell me in the comments what you guys think, and if you would like to see more of these reacting to celebrity weddings in the future, I will definitely find more and react to them, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!